r/AskReddit. What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? Sometimes we don't talk to people cause we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on but I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something. Rather than freak her out that a 6'6" guy thinks she looks good today, I just leave her alone. Especially if we're on an elevator or something where she can't leave if she actually is uncomfortable. X isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me but only does it once in a while than someone who I have X with every day but don't connect with emotionally and mentally. Some of us are into things like cooking, cleaning, makeup, fashion, etc. It doesn't necessarily mean we're gay. Please don't tell us to man up. A lot of us were constantly told that growing up whenever we tried to express ourselves, so you saying it will often bring up bad memories. Men can be abused. Men can be R. Men also tend to be more S because society tells us we're weak if we try to discuss these things. No, we don't enjoy being R by a hot girl, and we often don't talk about it because people will often straight up tell us we're lying about it if we do. IDK if other guys feel this too, but I am always afraid of accidentally making women feel uncomfortable in my presence. For example, when I happen to walk in the same direction as a woman in front of me for a while and I am not even interested in women in the first place. Men have a box that our minds go into. It's called the nothing box. So next time you ask a man what he's thinking about and he answers with nothing, there is a good chance he's telling you the truth. If you compliment my appearance I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack. But sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit. Uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of, yay. Men want to be wanted and desired too. I can count the number of times a woman has come out and either asked me out or told me she was attracted to me on one hand, and from my understanding that is a high number. We don't miss hints because we are dense or stupid. We miss them because we have learned the hard way that sometimes it's just a friendly compliment or some such. That embarrassment sticks with you. If you've ever looked at a dude and though wow he's attractive I'd like to go out with him, go talk to him. Men love confident women, and even if he doesn't reciprocate you will make his day, or maybe even his year. These guy secrets seem to fall into 3 areas: male genitalia, toilet habits and the lack of psychic powers when it comes to women. Got it? Men can think a woman is hot without being sexually attracted to her. Men can think other men are hot without being sexually attracted to them. Some men can have a respect for someone's looks regardless of their sex. It doesn't mean they want to screw that chick or that guy. It just shows a level of appreciation for the way someone looks or the way they carry themselves. Guy codes such as 1. Informing a guy that a potential love interest is nearby. 2. A guy shouldn't usually doesn't intertwine their fingers with another guy while high-fiving. 3. One of the most important. Always be 1 urinal apart from one guy. If you are to be next to one, stay straight ahead. Guy codes such as 1. Informing a guy that a potential love interest is nearby. 2. A guy shouldn't usually doesn't intertwine their fingers with another guy while high-fiving. 3. One of the most important. Always be 1 urinal apart from one guy. If you are to be next to one, stay straight ahead. At times, guys have ongoing issues that are making them feel depressed or negative. Sometimes, guys act like they are interested in what you are doing or saying just to please you, but in actual fact, they're not that interested but don't want to be disrespectful. This is because they don't want to make a big deal out of it because they fear you will turn on them abruptly and this will likely make them feel worse. I've had this problem sometimes and I tend to stay quiet about it because I don't know how they will act or respond. They feel like you may change afterwards and it will affect the friendship or relationship. It's important to ask them if they are okay and most importantly, listen to them if something is wrong. It's not necessarily guys seeking attention, but more relieving attention. Listen to them as much as you want to be listened to. It can make a huge difference, even if it's something so small. We want flowers too, but we won't admit it. We want dumb stupid gifts out of the blue, but we won't admit it. We want to feel openly, but we won't admit it. We want to act human, like girls get to, but we can't because we if yell we're violent and we don't want to be. If we cry we're weak, and most girls, despite toting the line that they love sensitive guys, don't actually want to deal with us while we're like that. So yeah, that's the big secret, at least from my experience. Guys have damned near zero ability to hold a grudge if an apology is genuinely offered and accepted. Hell, most guys have a great friend in their lives that started out with some misunderstanding but worked itself out. Women can nurse a grudge in ways most men cannot fathom. We don't literally talk about boobs for hours as some of the folks over at BuzzFeed would lead you to believe. At most it'll be like this. A group of guys are sitting in the den watching the game. One says, "You know who's pretty hot?" Who insert celebrity name or name of girl from class work. "Oh yeah, she's pretty bad." I think I speak for most guys when I say it's awkward to talk about sex in massive detail, and it can get pretty uncomfortable. Not knowing sucks. I learned not to blow up a girl's phone, so I don't send more than one, maybe 2 messages. Being left on read and thinking about what exactly it was that I effed up to not get a response really sucks. Having to play it cool when I like someone to not scare her off, too. We don't understand hints and be completely clear about what you want. We can't simply assume, or feel, the complete meaning just because you told us 1 or 2 things about it. Generally, locker room talk isn't a thing. Most guys want to get showered, changed and out of there. We don't engage in long conversations. We're rarely if ever complimented and largely taken for granted. A majority of us have luck on online dating or just dating. A lot of us are largely depressed or cynical about life. Very few of us have randomly nice things happen for us during our day. Men struggle with finding friends and friendship when they get older. Loneliness, acceptance, self-acceptance and a lack of those 3 are some of the driving motivators for a lot of actions men do. When you think you are being clear, you are not being clear. At least 30% of the time a GF tells me about something I'm completely unsure what she really means. I used to think when I found a girl where that didn't happen she'd be the one. I now realize that approach is a surefire way to achieve lifetime bachelorhood. Guys can communicate in a series of head nods and grunts. X. Guy 1. Waking down the street. Guy 2. Nods head downward, maintaining visual contact with Guy 1's face to see his immediate expression. Guy 1. Nods head downwards as well. Guy 2. Lets out small sigh as he is passing Guy 1. Here is the breakdown of what just happened. Guy 1 and Guy 2 do not know each other, indicated by the downward head nod. Had they known each other, the nod would be in an upward motion and eye contact would be maintained. Guy 2 was trying to gauge whether Guy 1 was a friend or foe by looking at his immediate facial expression. Had Guy 1 furrowed his brow and not given the corresponding head nod, Guy 2 would know that he was a tango and wouldn't have given Guy 1 a sigh. Guy 1 nodded back. This indicates that he is indeed not an immediate threat and could be interested in Guy 2's next communion. As Guy 2 was passing, he gave Guy 1 a sigh. Now there are many different types of sigh, but is usually interpreted as an indicator of a long day or fatigue or frustration. Now this is a sign of weakness, and in a way a small sign of trust. You wouldn't tell a tango you are weak, and by doing that, that lets Guy 1 know you are not a threat and are probably going to go get groceries or something lame. Now depending on Guy 1's mood, he will either mentally empathize with Guy 2's situation or forget about it completely depending on his next task at hand. If Guy 1 took the sigh to heart, he will scrunch his bottom lip upward and his top lip downward while maintaining a blank expression. This lets Guy 2 know he sends his condolences. We often get those passive hints you drop but ignore them because of how we are socialized. Men tell men what they want. If you don't directly ask, we assume it's optional. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it just is. If you want something, ask for it. We'll often do whatever you like, especially if we like you. The bro code isn't a made-up thing. It's actually a highly classified international set of rules set by the United Nations. Officially it's called the Laws and Regulations for Male Relations, Behavior, and Interactions, but pretty much everyone shortens it to bro code. A booklet is mandated to be given to every birth male when they reach the age of 4. Only men know about this, and failure to keep it in secret will result in. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like and subscribe. Please check out more of our videos or our playlist. It is perfect for when you want background noise or to put on when you are falling asleep. Once again, thank you and have a great day.